Yo, thank you for joining the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast. Today we gotta. I definitely have a conversation because I've been seeing things in the news, um, and I want to know more about this. So if anybody that's watching right now, or anybody who got more news about this, is feel free to come up on the panel. I'm gonna keep saying that until we end the show. It's not gonna be long though. Right now it's just me and Matt. May I ask you to please can you introduce yourself, ma'am?
What's up, world? It's your girl, Hope doing most, and I'm clearly doing the most. How y'all feeling on this rainy night tonight?
Facts. It kind of feel good though. I ain't gonna lie to you. A little cool breeze. You feel me?
I know I got
Oh,
my windows open. To all you little perverts, walk fast, because I got my window, walk fast past my windows. I got my windows open and I feel the breeze. And I'm like, it's my day off. I'm like, I like this. I like this. But we have a kind of touchy feely topic tonight where people don't like to talk about it, but we need to talk about it. So what we talking about, Sosa?
but why you think it's touchy? Because I don't know enough to like really say if it's touchy or not. You know what I mean? But I know that the news is all over the place. And what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna play the regular news clip just to give us a little bit, and then we can go into it a little more. If anybody want to join the show right now, please let us know. I'm gonna send you an invite to come up because I really want to know more about this. So throughout the week, I'm gonna be talking about this, and hopefully we could have a better understanding. What does this mean for uh, the families that's living in Chicago and the Midwest? Because if one state, if that's the whole that's the whole Illinois, right? Or am I tripping? See what I mean? I need more information because I don't know. So we're gonna figure it out. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen right now.
Wait, before you say that, you say, why is it a touchy subject?
Yeah.
Because it's touchy because some of us, like myself and yourself, as you just stated, don't know, what the Republican or Democrat, what are those things? What are those words mean? And it's like I feel like I can raise my hand and say I'm ignorant to both of them, like because I'm my own person. So we definitely need to get down. Let's watch the clip.
All right. So this right here is the news clip we were just telling you all about. Let's go into it and see what they're talking about. Let's get it.
While some leaders are pushing back on federal support, one local group is demanding more of it.
Terrence Lee has their call for action tonight.
Outside on Lake Street Thursday, a group called Chicago Flips Red brought together clergy, Republican officials, and residents. They described themselves as a conservative movement. Their message is straightforward. Chicago families do not feel safe. One lifelong Democrat looked past state and city leaders and spoke straight to President Trump.
Chicago needs you, needs your funds, needs your executive skills and your bridge building, because Chicago's very divided, people are hurting, and there's too much bloodshed.
The group says local leaders are downplaying crime while residents deal with it every day. Chicago police report overall crime is lower than last year, but shootings and carjackings still shake neighborhoods. Some also pointing to the murder of Illinois native Charlie Kirk, calling it a national wake-up call and a reason to bring federal help to Chicago. One woman then turned to the governor and the mayor.
I do have a challenge for Johnson and for Pritzker. Pritzker, you came to Chicago, you were on TV by the lake shore with all your bodyguards. Come to the south side, come to the west side without your bodyguards between 10 and 12 o'clock at night. Let's see how safe you feel then. Johnson, same thing. You run around the city with all your cars, your black cars, and all your bodyguards. I dare you to walk down the street without anybody next to you in one of my neighborhoods.
Others describe what that fear looks like. People holding their bags through entire CTA rides, neighborhoods with empty houses where families have moved out. One man put it plain.
I've experienced violence my whole entire life, and quite frankly, I'm fed up with the poor leadership of Chicago.
The group says that frustration is why they want National Guard troops in Chicago, something the mayor and the governor have said they do not want. Chicago Flips Red says it will keep pushing until Chicagoans feel safe on their trains, on their blocks, and in their homes.
Now, let's open this conversation up. When you hear things like this, right? They got a valid point, and I just got to say, like, bro, a lot of people don't feel safe. If
That's why we say, you say it every year, the same, in the same tone of voice. It's always good to vote. And y'all say, my vote doesn't count. My vote. Think about how many households that have 4 adults in the household, and they all think the same thing. My vote doesn't count. My vote doesn't count. My vote doesn't count. Now that's what, 10 houses on the block. My math don't math it, but then we have both sides, and if we're all singing the same thing, my vote don't count, then we turn what? You hear she says we don't feel safe. You know they call North Minneapolis Little Chicago. They
Mm.
call North Minneapolis Little Chicago. We had an incident today where it was my fault, I can say that, but the other parent didn't feel safe. She didn't feel safe at all. And it was because they don't care. The only time that the authorities come is when somebody's shooting or unaliving or those type of things. But they don't care if we don't care. So that's
Yeah.
why I have a 22-year-old, I have an 18-year-old, and a 26-year-old. They're going to be standing neck and neck with me, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder. And I'm going to teach them which they need to know now, because my oldest son's like, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I have an 18-year-old that doesn't understand his vote counts.
So so with the people in Chicago saying like they tired of living like that, it gotta be a cutoff point, man. Like we basically just watched a whole generation of youth that's disappeared. You know what I mean? All the way from 2011 to now. A lot of them young boys that we used to see in the music videos are not here no more with us. So the time got it. We have to change something. I don't even know why it wasn't more of the inner community out there on that podium talking about that. And for the people who not watching this, or the people who say they don't care about what we're talking about right now, that's because you don't care about yourself, man. If you don't care that these little kids is out here walking around like zombies, out here executing each other and things like that, you're bogus, man. And it gotta come to an end. So when I watch this video, when they say that Chicago turned
Behind you, right behind you.
red state, am I correct when I say that red state meaning Republicans?
Let's talk. And
Hold on, can you hear
and
what I'm saying? Can you hear what I'm saying though?
oh yes, you're right.
So
Yeah.
red state. Okay, so what can the Republicans do that the Democrats are?
Well,
Well, I guess
I don't I see that's where I'm ignorant at. All I know is one of them help us with keeping taxes down, and other ones say we need to pay more taxes and do this and that. So I'm an independent. I don't go by, when I say independent, it means I'm for what I know is right.
all
I
right.
don't do the bashing when it comes time to vote and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I don't do any of that. But also I have not, let's just say I have not took the time to see what that actually means. I'm a taxpayer, been a
Yeah, we need we
taxpayer.
need we need somebody who knows the difference and why are they're calling for the switch, the split? Is it they already switch red, or they want them to switch red because I guess they're saying the Democrats ain't doing what need to be done in the streets of Chicago. That's what I'm hearing.
Let's just say y'all keep it in the red. Y'all gonna be paying $19.99 for some gas. Keep it in the red. Go ahead. Go out there and not vote. And then I don't want to hear you say, oh my God, gas is get you know what I'm gonna give you? I'm gonna give you 2 bus tokens. I'm gonna give you 2 bus tokens, because that gas could have been down if you would have voted. Those groceries could have been down if you would have voted. But we all robbing Peter to pay Paul and stuff like that. We could definitely avoid a lot of this stuff.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? Because we had some videos in the back. Did you get a chance to watch some of these videos
I
that they?
definitely did.
Now, what was that video with? Hold on, can I play? Is it safe for me to play?
But
Cause I don't want.
the last video, I salute the mother, the nana who stood out there, because it's so hard. Did you hear what she said? I dare you to walk down these streets. She didn't threaten them. She said, I dare you to walk down these streets with no security. I dare you to see how safe you feel. That would never happen. It would never happen.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and press play on this video right here, and I want to see what they're talking about because I like the movement that they're talking about because I'm all for stopping the violence, man, and trying to educate our youth of what's going on because I think the young kids that's out here that some of these boys are only 18, 19, 20 years old, bro, getting 60 years. And that it could probably be avoided if we could educate them and have them because I feel bad because I don't know too much of I know the Democrats and Republicans. I dig that. And I know the history of black people when we first started really getting involved with this. A lot of the black community was Republicans. And I don't know what made them switch Democrats. I don't know if that was like the late or early 50s, early 60s or something like that when they started doing things like that. But I'm definitely going to have to do my homework on there to figure that out. But I'm going to play this video, you guys, and then hope it come back. I hope it started, and then we're gonna have a conversation about it. So check this right here out. Hold on. Let me make sure the video playing. Is the sound up on the video? Okay, no, it wasn't. All right, let me bring it back. Let's get it. What is she doing? Is she? Can y'all hear her?
I can't hear.
Can you hear her?
No.
Oh, they cut her mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear her. I definitely see her lips moving and stuff like that. But
I'm reading the bottom of the screen that said they cut her mic
because they don't want to hear the truth. And now when I hear somebody say they don't feel safe, where I just moved is one of the safest places I feel. Like now my kids can go outside. I don't sit in my car too long, but I sit in my car and I'm cool. At the same time, if you go 3 blocks up,
don't sit back and do me wrong.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Okay, I got it now. I don't know if this video. I wonder what was she trying to get off of this video. Chicago treasurer.
You gotta catch the comments because I can't see them.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play that video real quick. Hey, come on up, Shani. Shani, come on up real quick, cause I don't know nothing about. I don't know where she. Hold on. Matter of fact, she said she get off work at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna send her an invite. I'm gonna send you an invite right now, Shani. Come on up, man, cause please enlighten us with this right here, man.
Yes, because I'm 43 years old and ain't no way I don't understand what Democrats and Republic means because I've always voted. Don't get me wrong. I've never missed a ballot or whatever. I just was going off of what if she's a woman, if she's a man, if he's a man. I was just going off.
No, it's deeper. It's way deeper than that. But don't worry about it. I got this other video. I'm gonna play it out. And I'll pause it. We can talk, and then just whenever you need to comment on anything, let me know, Hope, and I'll stop it. And but we could, have a conversation, see what they're talking about.
I got you.
All right.
Good afternoon, Chairman and members of the subcommittee. My name is Danielle Carter Walters, Vice President of Chicago Flips Red. Thank you to President Donald J. Trump for giving regular citizens like me the courage to speak up. And thank you to this subcommittee for letting me share what is really happening in our city. Chicago Flips Red support the work the president is doing. And we fight for people of Chicago every day. We have also been targeted for doing what's right. Our founder, Zoe Lee, and our advisor, Jessica Jackson, were attacked after speaking out about stolen property in poor neighborhoods. And I recently faced pushback in Cook County Court for trying to protect my community. Even with all of this, we stand with the men and women of ICE, officers who risk their lives daily. These officers get no help from Governor Pritzker or Mayor Brandon Johnson.
Whoa. Hey, let's talk about let's talk about something real quick. If anybody want to join the show right now, please let me know. I'm gonna send people invites because I want to know how people feel about this one.
Okay,
When
so
she talk
so
about, well, yeah, what's going on?
I'm
She,
clenching my booty cheeks. I swear. Let me tell you.
yo,
Let me tell you.
hold it in. Don't let
The,
that bust
the
out.
thing is, I'm not shocked. And I'm not shocked at what she's saying. Uh there's something called brainwashing. There's something called wanting to be seen. And there's something called her truth. And I feel like she got in front of the camera and lived her truth. And there's going to be a lot of backlash. She's even said it. At the same time, what are we doing in our community to say she's not right, or she's right, or she's not? What are we doing? All we're looking at is her skin color and that she supports Trump. We're
Yeah,
not looking at what she's saying. We're not hearing what we're saying. We're not listening to what we're saying. We're not understanding. All we're saying is she's black and she's supporting Trump.
no, it wasn't just that got me right. It because listen, right is right, wrong is wrong, right?
Correct.
If the people was brought out by the president to do their job, okay, that's one thing. But to track down everybody on the street by profiling what they look like, a lot of people were handcuffed and driven to somewhere, and it wasn't even they had their paperwork, everything right. Little kids were getting taken from school, lowered to knock on the door to get their parents outside, and all of that, bro. So a lot of that shit that's not right, and I don't
Oh,
understand how can a lot of black people, right? Because I got to be honest, right? I don't understand how a lot of black people can back what's going on when what's been going on in the black community for hundreds and hundreds of years. Like it
so
should be some type of like, hey, let's recognize that this is happening to y'all right now. We get that, but let's figure out why is this still happening to us after all these years? That's my thing. Like, yo, my like I don't understand why she's saying like I don't get it. Now, just let me press play. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I'm gonna press play some more. Hope, let me know when you want me to stop it. Because Kendrick filmed me. He said, "What is she on?" He said, "She said
she's living
that
in
is
her truth.
all. That's all she
She's
said."
she's living in her truth, and that's the thing. We cannot be mad. Like we're all scratching our head at the same time. She's living in her truth, where she's not. She's saying, "Y'all can judge me. Y'all can do this and that, but I stand by this man."
Well, how about with Kendrick saying he said they have no real agenda outside the MAGA movement.
Correct. Just like with the ice thing. I have a big window in my living room, huge window, and uh, they were here. We have a bunch of Hispanics that live on my block. And we, as a kid, your mom always said you don't answer the phone or don't answer the door. It's a bill collector. We're making them afraid to answer the door. My daughter, my 9-year-old, she said, "Mom, the police is outside. I don't have no criminal record and I ain't cut nobody's throat this year." So I'm like, okay. And I sat there and they knocking on my door. My actual door is open. My screen door is locked. And they're looking at me laying down. I don't have to open the door, and I know damn sure my kids are not gonna open the door. And then she said, "Mom, it's ice." I said, "Well, I don't have a yellow, green, orange card, so hey, let them knock." And and we see the people that say, "We support ICE, we support this, we support that, we da." But other than the killings that the unalivings that happen, what do we really know about ICE other than that and them taking people? And my thing is, what about these people that unalive people, these kidnappers, these uh people that be essaying people? Y'all not hunting them down like that. And when you write your name on a dotted line, like a lot of people don't know, when you vote, your name is automatically dropped. If you're not a felon or anything like that, it's automatically dropped in the to be a juror. Yeah. So people need to understand why to vote, when to vote, and what comes behind you voting.
Did you
See,
see
like
did you see this comment right here on the screen?
I can't see it.
What the red state is trying to change, tougher sentencing, longer sentencing, and things like that.
Yep.
So if this is what they're trying to. Yo, listen, I was just watching something about sweat. What's it called? Like sweat equity or what I forgot what the name of it is. It's like, like if two people go into a business and somebody don't got no money, their labor and their work would be like their half on the business.
On the bill,
So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
yeah, are you familiar with that?
I am. Just like you guys know, I decorate and I clean homes. My kids are my employees. You file them on your taxes. You do all of this. You do all of that. But people need to know when they do these nonprofit organizations or they LLCs and stuff like that, they do it and they see, okay, dollar signs your own business, but they're not really looking into what it actually is. Yes, I definitely know what you're talking about. I had to do my research because
Sweat equity, like
yeah, yeah.
right now, private prisons are calling their prisoners that, like saying that it's sweat.
Yes, I
sweat
sent that
equity.
to you the other day. It said we are going to give these children. I promise you, I sent you to the other day. It said they're going to give the youth and the ones that are tipping towards adults longer sentences because they need them for labor.
So, but listen, that's what I'm saying. Yo, shout out to my brother. I'm glad No Self that joined in too. Listen, so what she just what Shani just wrote in this comment right here, is that part of what they're trying to do in Chicago, longer sentencing and things like that for these private prisons and things like that? Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, if people right now, when they were putting up the cases, gun charges, assault charges, deadly assault charges, attempt murder, all these type of charges that they were putting on people, is that what they're trying to change? If so, I feel like Kendrick right here. Y'all see what he says? He says we have to change our culture and the way they thinking is the only thing that I agree with them on this end right here. No Self, you still with us, bro? What's going on? Let me know if you're with me.
I'm with you, bro.
Man, please help me with this, right? Because I'm blown away with when I'm reading. How serious is what's going on in Chicago right now, and what do you think about this?
You want if you want me to be honest with you,
you got to be honest with me, man. I need you.
Like as far as it flipping red,
yeah,
that's like I don't know if people was listening during the election process, and I don't think people were actually listening to the people. Like the people came out in droves. The people came out, our folk that looked like us. It wasn't like the bourgeoisies or the uppities or the coons or what people would call them, but it was people that look like you and me that come from where we from. They protest and they standing on business. It's because they understand. They starting to understand, and this is the problem, right? And so as we become more conscious, as we become more understanding of the political structure, right? Because at some point we have to know, and we see what's being done to us and who's actually doing anything for us, and that we're not getting anything tangible. And that other groups are getting tangibles just for their votes, and it's enough is enough. So the idea of flipping red, I don't necessarily agree with, but change is definitely needed, and you got to try it before you deny it, because at least I know where those folks stand. At least I know where Republicans stand. At least I know what they look like. At least I know that they don't like me. At least I know. But one thing they ain't gonna do when it comes to business and taxes and incentives and all of these things, they gonna give out the game. And that's the thing that breeds generational growth. And with all of the money in Chicago, the reason why it's happening in Chicago is because they seen all of their money was being utilized for I don't know how to say the name appropriately, but people who was coming in without being documented. And not only was it used for that, but it's been a crime ridden city for multiple years since I was a youth, and all of the funds are lining the politicians' pockets and not really doing nothing about the issues that are really plaguing the community, but just adding to it. So I'm not surprised. Again, it was a big thing throughout this what Trump did when he galvanized and his people galvanized and utilized some of what was going on to get folks on deck as far as going red. And I don't necessarily agree with that part, but I am glad that, at least there's some eye-opening things that are waking people up to the structure of a certain party. I just don't think going to the other side is going to work.
So did you get the chance to see the conversation that Angela was having in a back chat?
Nah.
Man, Angela is she hot over this right here, bro. Like
She
she
should
is,
be.
she flaming, and she
She,
like,
she
yo,
should be, B. Like she should be. If you ain't tasted the other side of the fence, B, if you a lifelong Democrat, bro, if you've been a lifelong Democrat, bro, and that's most of the people I know and most of the people where I come from, and you ain't seen the other side of the fence and you standing on something and you ain't never got any tangibles, we still arguing about reparations, we still arguing about anti-slavery bills, we still arguing about these things that these people have been in power for many moons and many sunrises and ain't nothing happening. I'm
yeah.
not mad at the thought of trying something different. I just don't agree with gangbanging overall, whether you red or blue.
Well, you know, when we was coming up, bro, and you know how it was when we was coming up, right? There was a lot of separation between young black men then. You know what I mean?
True.
And I'm talking about from seeing the world through your eyes, how we was living then and how we are now, mature and grown men. You know, raising men. What would you be able to get? What could you or say or what could be given to the generation under us that help them better themselves or better their growth? Because right now, bro, I barely know what's going. But now that the more I'm reading into this and looking at it, bro, it's blowing my mind. Like, wow, this is happening in front of us. But like you said, we need change. But what do you think will work for the generation that's under us coming up right now to make them put that? Do you hold
hard
on,
kick in
look?
the ass.
But do you think the red state flipping to the red state?
Yeah. You
will
like,
work?
bro, check this out. Check this out. When we talk about who the brokest, when we talk about where's the most crime-ridden states are, when we talk about the statistics, whether we want to agree with it or not, and understanding that racism exists in the system of racism, we categorize that with a party, right? And to suggest that it's working, it's not, and it's worse than ever. It needs to happen. A strong kick in the ass. It's a
Wow.
strong awakening. We may not like the processes that it's going to take to get things back afloat or get things back civil, right? But it needs to happen. These aren't the same generations we grew up with. It's not the same protocol. It's not the same things that happen. It's worse. And so there's going to have to be dire restraints. And so things that we may not agree with that may garner results that we're looking for as parents, as grandparents, as brothers and sisters that's tired of seeing what we've been seeing. Again, I don't have the answer, but I know that the thought of somebody switching up and changing, and you got to try before you deny it. That's my approach. And
Well,
if
how
you
about
try it and it works, perfect. If it's not, back to the drawing board. But at least we ain't doing the same thing we've been doing for the past 100 years as far as thinking.
I get it. How about these common changes in the red states often includes tougher sentencing? How about that? You think that'll slow the kids down a little bit?
I agree. Tougher sentences. Yo, B, if you got a switch and you switch up a crowd, man, lock your ass up forever. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be consequences that draws the line to say, like, look, I'm not gonna go shoot this spot up. I'm gonna catch my man who I'm looking for one-on-one and take care of my business. Right? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
involve the innocents in all of this. I'm not gonna involve the children in this. I'm gonna take care of my business like it's supposed to be taken care of. I'm not thinking it's gonna curb crime, but it'll curb the thought process of just crashing out and having everybody affected, grandmas, mamas, aunties, uncles, when they don't have to be affected. You know what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
harsher punishment, gee, like, come on, man. Like when it comes to, like, crime is a big business, right? It's a big business. And if you commit a crime and I let you right back out, you're gonna do it again. It's a big business when it comes to fear. And so there needs to be some restraints put on that. So I ain't saying I'm for harsher sentences or not
Yeah.
harsh, but there has to be something done to curb the psychopathy that's going on in the current community.
Okay.
And
How about this? No, go ahead. Finish.
if that means harsher sentences, shit, I'm with it. If that means
All
electric
right.
chair niggas, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it because we
Yeah.
got to start separating.
We have to.
We got to start separating our brothers and sisters from the niggas and bitches. Excuse my French.
Nah, I get it.
We have to separate that and protect those who are our brothers and sisters and who are part of the community, and those who are jeopardizing those communities and plaguing them. It needs to be a hard line drawn in the sand.
Yeah,
And we got to let the
facts.
dead lie with the dead. That's just what we need to do. Whether we get there or not, I don't know. Whether it's going to cause corruption because niggas is voting Republican and all of the Democrats are mad that niggas is voting Republican. Like that, those are minute fights and battles that we do not need to be going at each other about. We don't need to be
Well,
chastising niggas for going red or women for going red. We need to just be figuring
facts.
out what works.
No, that's a fact. Tucson's a shout out to my brother, man. He said if Chicago flips red, the state of Illinois flip red. I think, bro, listen,
Agreed.
I'm gonna do more of my homework, but we definitely gonna fill it out. He says all you have to do is look at what's going on in the South. Those are red states.
Yeah,
They're
those are
already
red states,
doing
but
it
they don't got big
right now in the
businesses.
U.S.
I think about this, like Minnesota, right? We got Fortune 500 companies. We got 3M. We got Best Buy. We got Target. You think about Chicago. You think about the infrastructure of Chicago and all of the businesses that bring. Down south don't got that. It ain't like that down south. And down south, the reason the conditions is the way that they are down south is because they still got to pay for the transgressions they did against our folks. So it ain't never gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good down south for a while, just in rural areas. If you got a
But
college.
look, take a look at this screen right here, right? How about this? Longer prison sentences. Less support for reducing bail. These are the things that they're putting on the criminals, right? Because these people are saying they're scared to walk across the street. But I'm gonna keep Shawnee Ding up because I'm gonna keep reading through it. But let's go back to the video. When you need me to stop it, to say, yo, so stop. When I stop it, we can talk, okay? Let's get it.
ICE has found dangerous criminals in Chicago, violent felons, child traffickers, drug smugglers, and cartel members, all hiding under sanctuary city protection.
Facts.
ICE has stopped fentanyl shipments, broken up trafficking groups, and removed criminals who were hurting our neighborhoods.
Facts.
This work is especially needed in the Black communities that are still recovering from the crack and the AIDS crisis of
Facts.
1980s
Clean
and
up,
from
sis.
the damage caused by the 94 crime bill orchestrated
By Bill
Jim
Clinton.
Crow Joe Biden and put into law by Bill Clinton.
Let's go.
But instead of helping ICE, our state and city leaders block them.
Facts.
They refuse to share information, ignore detainers, and even threaten to arrest federal officers for just doing their jobs.
Clean up, sis. Clean up, sis.
Let's
clean
talk
up.
about that. Let's talk about
It's a
that.
clean
for a
up
little
on
bit,
aisle
right?
6, Solo.
Let's talk about that real quick, right? When we hear things like that and what she's saying, are the states doing that to get the people behind them to get more votes?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. I mean, it's all about votes. At the end of the day, like, you know, impoverished community, you're going to keep putting restraints and taking the resources away from impoverished community. You're going to get chaos.
Yeah.
If you tack on another group of people into an impoverished community, you're going to get resentment, right? And you're going to get rebellion, right? These are just people upset and rebelling because of what's actually in front of them. You got ChatGPT, you got AI, you got all of these data joints that you can just ask and it'll tell you and give you the results that you're looking for. Nobody's hiding anymore. And the fact that this information is out there, and if you read, you know, you listen, you learn, you're privy to it, and it angers you.
Yeah.
It pisses you off. Like the same things that we complaining about in our neighborhoods, we preventing the salvation of getting that shit taken care of or moved around from our neighborhood because of codes that worked in the 80s. This ain't the 80s.
Yeah.
Those folks that was fighting and stomping the streets for us in the 80s, them ain't the same people in office today.
I think I needed to hear you say that, and I think the people needed to hear you say that because, to be honest with you, I don't see no change in the inner community until we get rid of those old laws and govern some new laws that's surrounded more respectful. And not only that, because there's a lot of older people right now misguiding the youth to benefit them. It don't benefit the youth. They go to jail. You know what I mean?
They gatekeepers. They gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And so I'll ask this. Like, and we when we talk about these sanctuary states or the blue states, right? Over the past 20 years, what has happened for Black people specifically?
Nothing.
I can tell you some things that have happened for the alphabet community, right? I can tell you some things that have happened for Asians, right? I can tell you some things that have happened for I ain't gonna say illegals, but like undocumented folks. I can tell you some things that have happened for multiple different groups. We want to go to Hmong, you want to go to the Korean. I can give you stats and data of tangibles that each of these groups have gotten over the past 20 years, and Negroes have gotten zilch.
Yeah.
Zillow.
Bro, what can we do? Listen, so because the podcast to me is this podcast to me is everything, bro. Like because and it's crazy because I don't think people really understand, bro. Like when we on here talking right now, I know it's hundreds of people who watch this and probably thinking the same thing. What could I do? There's nothing I can do, or they don't mean nothing to me, or how does this affect me? It
Hold your
affects
vote.
you. Yo,
Hold your vote. Hold your
Yeah.
vote, man. Hold your vote until they saying that they finna do something tangible for our kind. People that look like us. If we hold our vote, and our vote is the important because they only care about black people during voting season, right? If we
Right.
hold our vote until we get some tangibles, until we get something that works for us as a community, whether right or left, whoever speaking that shit, what's happening?
Yeah.
Whoever speaking that shit for us as a unit, as a community, what's happening, right?
Right.
And in that we rise, we get opportunities in those tangibles
Do
for
you
our
see
folk,
that?
for our communities.
But realistically, do you see? Because bro, listen, I go out and I talk to these people, right? And I sit down with the commissioners, and I sit down with all the politicians and the head of state and all of that. Bro, these people talk a good ass game. Oh yeah, we want to come on the podcast and woo woo. Bro,
Right.
I send them people emails. I never hear nothing from them, right? Nothing. I
Let me
hear
ask
nothing from them, bro.
Do they got hair on their face?
Nah, some of them
You
do,
can't
some of them
trust it.
don't.
You can't trust a nigga with no hair on his face, brother. My grandfather always told me, slick talkers and suit wearers, bro. These smooth talkers, suit wearers, bro. They a good gang, bro. But if you come from, they just on the other side of the street. It's still a street.
Well, look into these comments, man. Kendrick said, if Ice was doing what she said, nobody would have a problem with Ice. I feel
It
like,
is.
man, I feel like it was
You just don't see it. How you, yo, bro? The news. If you get all of your information from news or these sanctioned democratic platforms, then you're really not getting anything. If it's documented, sis was speaking facts. It's documentation. She ain't in court grabbing nothing out the air, out of thin air.
Yeah, that's
Like
a
this
fact.
is what's going on in Illinois, maybe not what's going on in Minnesota.
Yeah,
but that's
facts,
going on
facts,
there,
facts.
and we can't deny them that that's going on. Saying like, because we feel Ice here is
Somebody
different than Ice
laughed.
there.
Somebody put the laughing emoji. They think it's funny. Listen, and this is what hey, look.
That's fine. That's cool.
Jennifer hit the laughing emoji.
I'm sure Jennifer hit the laughing
Hey,
emoji.
Jennifer,
Man.
Jennifer, listen, this is what I
They
want you
still
to
on
do,
the
right?
plantation, bro. They still on the plantation.
Look,
bro.
hold on, because I want to get Jennifer. I want to give people a safe environment to speak, right? And for we can have a conversation to see what we don't want everybody to think how we thinking, or I want to hear what the community think, because you might see it different from us. So Jennifer, don't hit the laughing emoji, hit the bring me up emoji if I can bring you up. You know what I mean? But Kendrick want to know, hold and return for what? Well, I guess he explained it already. Bro, no, he gonna bring us back to slavery.
Stop it. Stop.
North, you want to come on up? Hold on, I'm about to send invites out. I'm
Send them
sending
out.
invites out, man. Y'all come on
Send them
up.
out. Get your brooms. Get your brooms.
We want to have this conversation, man. If you guys want to come up, you guys
I want to
wanna
understand, B. I want to understand. I just want to
definitely want to
understand.
get it. All right, let me see. Jennifer, I got you right now. Come on up if you want to come on up. For the people hitting the laughing emoji, please come on up.
Is she right? It's funny.
Where is the laughing emoji? I don't see the laughing emoji no more. Where does the laughing emoji go? Because I want to know what people think, bro. And you know what? People be nervous to come up on the podcast. Listen, don't be nervous. We want to hear what everybody think, man. You know what I mean? You would not be judged. We would not run you off the panel. This is no setup type of podcast. We just want the information. We want to hear. Jennifer, come on up. I wish Angela was here, man. Angela said she don't get off work until like 9 o'clock. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the comment section real quick, because we got a couple more comments. Jennifer in the building. She said, ain't there no hair on the face. Oh, that's what she was laughing at. The don't trust nobody with no hair on the face. I get it. Man, he tripping. Come on up. Listen. We want to have a conversation, y'all. Listen, the only way, I kid y'all not. We got to have those uncomfortable conversations to see some change, y'all. We cannot. Everything ain't gonna be kumbaya or nothing like that. But one thing I can say that I agree with my brother with is we have to have some type of change. No matter what. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me full screen it because I want people to see who you is because I don't think they know what you do for the community. You know what I mean? Shout out to North Star. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, y'all. I just got back to the crib, so I'm a little late tuning in. But when I hopped on here, the only thing I heard him say is we need to stop voting. Like, oh hell no, we don't need to do that. If we do
That's not
that,
what I said.
you mess around and blink, we end up be back in slavery fooling with these folks.
I didn't say don't vote. I said hold your vote for tangibles. I didn't say don't vote. Hold your vote for tangibles.
Go ahead. Tell her what you mean by that, though, bro.
I told you I just got up here, so I didn't hear everything you said.
Oh yeah,
I literally just got up here.
No, I'm just saying, like, hold your vote. Like they really put on a show for us towards voting time. They put on a show for black people. They get the celebrities. They get all of the people out to get us to go a certain way, right? And if we stop taking the slop that they giving us, you want to give us some twerking. You want to give us a little hot sauce in your purse. You want to say, look, you ain't black if you're voting for me. They do all of these things and they throw all of these programs out when it comes to close to voting, right? Outside of that, if y'all ain't giving us nothing for our vote, meaning if we're not getting any tangibles, if we're not getting anything that we're asking for,
not meaning to cut you off, my brethren, but can you share what tangibles?
Okay, let's start. For instance,
I was gonna ask that.
Like reparations is a tangible.
Okay.
Can we all agree that reparations is deserved?
I say.
Oh yeah, I highly agree with that. I've been waiting on black people to just turn up like that because they really do owe us for our innovations.
No, you're right. If we garner our vote and say you can't have our vote left or right unless y'all putting reparations on the table, y'all don't think they gonna go? When 95% of our people vote for a certain party and they depend on that.
And you know what? I was watching a thing and somebody said, "Do America have enough money to give back?"
Money. They just gave Israel how many billions of dollars? They just gave Ukraine how many billions of dollars?
And they give the natives money, so why not us?
They got it.
So what is this? So I don't want to. I'm gonna leave this comment. I was gonna ask something, but I don't want the comment to go outside of what we're talking about right here because I want to stay on here. But let me welcome y'all to the stage, y'all. What's going on? You got unmute your mic, man. Let people know how you feel.
Okay, I only came up to say I was hitting the laughing emojis when he said what he said about his grandfather. I wasn't laughing at the
I get it.
Conversation.
No, we got it.
I
got it.
But I still came anyway.
Yeah, because shout out to Angela, man. I had to take Angela out the back chat. Angela ain't for everybody. Miss Dora is not for everybody, y'all. And I kid you not. And I don't never want them to change how they are, but I think can't have like the back and forth in the back chat because we got a lot of the back chat is a safe haven, y'all. And I kid y'all not. Like, we don't have to agree with what we're talking about, but I just don't want like certain names to be called, because we got a lot of people that's losing out family. We're taking a lot of losses in the podcast, y'all. So I don't want emotions to get riled up and go somewhere where they shouldn't go. So I just removed that.
No, take none of this personal, man. If anybody read the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, man, don't take none of this personal.
Yeah. But I definitely want Angela to be a part of this discussion because this is her topic, and she's gonna come on Wednesday to talk more about this right here. But I just couldn't have her with I had to like hold on because part of the podcast is everybody been able to agree and disagree respectfully. But when conversations get crossed up and people are like, "Hold on, who's this?" and the disrespect come, I gotta hurry up and then diffuse that. So. Shout out to both of them for understanding why I had to do what I had to do because I know how my family is. I know how certain people are, and I don't want no arguing. I just want people because we can't argue with each other right now when we're trying to get this information across. You know what I mean? Because I wanted everybody to get it. But with this information we're talking about right now, no self, I needed you here, bro. I'm glad you joined because me and Hope, we were just trying to figure it out. I got a video I want to play. And then let's get back on the conversation. Y'all cool with that?
Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with
All right. Come on, let's get it. Hold on, let me unmute her. Y'all hear her?
Nah, I seen the video before though.
Obama, we're calling on you and Michelle. You and Michelle, come and apologize to Chicago for doing this. You come and apologize to South Shore for moving all these people out, displacing all these people, having J.B. Pritzker steal our property. Obama, before you come and cut that ribbon on this ugly building, come and apologize to South Side of Chicago, to Chicago, period. Period. People stood behind you, thinking that you was going to be about something, and you wasn't about nothing. You owe us an apology.
Okay, listen, y'all. I don't know if I'm just, bro. I'm messed up right now, bro, because I'm trying to figure out, like, what's going on, bro.
You
Like,
coming off that plantation, brother.
like
Me too. Like what Obama, wait a minute, what Obama do to the folks on the south side of Chicago? I didn't even know anything about people being displaced out their homes.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about none of this neither, man. What's going on, bro?
Y'all, you gotta put up on the deporter in chief, man.
I need somebody to tag Angela, because I want to let y'all know this is a build up for our Wednesday show. Angela gonna come through and she's gonna do her thing. I'm gonna allow her to do her thing. I'm gonna allow her to speak how she want to speak. I'm gonna let her do her thing, bro, because she know what's going on. She told me earlier, man, Solo, I gotta go back to Chicago because they too sensitive and weak down here. I can't. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? So I want to allow her to give her a platform to speak on. You know what I mean? But my thing is this, right? With all the politicians and everything that's going on right now, with all the what they call it, sweat. What is it called? When they're telling the young kids, hey, we might well give them longer sentences, sweat equity or something. What's it called? Am I saying the word right? Are y'all familiar with y'all been hearing this with the private prisons, and they saying that they would rather get the kids or the younger generation more time because they're gonna put more work into the prison systems, and they're gonna be like, it's basically like slavery, but the government is gonna be getting money off of them. They building onto that. So is that a part of the?
Are you thinking about the Jim Crow laws, like sitting there telling people that they
sweat
are
equity.
free? Right. That's Jim Crow behavior right there.
I think I'm gonna play the video. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Let me play the video. I'm gonna play the video. And there was a little boy going to the court. They sent me this video and they were so upset. And I ended up going to look at it. I was at work, so I really couldn't go 100% through the video. But it blew my mind what I heard, because the little boy was just sitting there. He didn't understand what was going on. And the man, the guy used sweat equity. Like, and I looked it up. I'm like, hold on, what the hell? So it's like you're like us. It's like me, North. And I say, hey, you want to be a part of this business and you ain't got no money. Your work will be your half of the money. It's like you don't have nothing now. Your sweat, you putting in work, going out there in the field is going to be a part of it. So that I don't know if it's a law or nothing like that, but I know that's what they're using to call it.
The reason I thought about Jim Crow is because, like, they do that in prisons. They still do that to like this day. So like, when they in prison, when they reach a certain status and they think they good enough to have like a job at the balloon company, or as a swamper or anything like that, if they were to pay real staff to do that, they would have to pay them at least minimum wage. I'm actually working with another organization to try to get a law passed where they can no longer pay prisoners what they want to pay them in the state of Minnesota. We're trying to advocate so they can at least make minimum wage, because that is a form of like stealing equity from our community. So y'all gonna lock our men up, and instead of letting them work for a reasonable amount so that they can take care of themselves while they in prison, they can save money and get out and be more independent. You got them working for less than $1 an hour. You see what I'm saying? They ain't making no money. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all are running businesses off of prisoners, off of the work of they bats. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of stealing equity from the Black community.
So you know what I'm gonna do, North? I'm gonna play the video, and then let's have a conversation about it. Because I think, yo, for whoever got little kids, 15, 16, 17, 18, and they out there wild and you can't control them, maybe you might want to tell them to come watch this video real quick. Because when they sitting their little asses in court and they reaching out to the Minnesota Close Talk podcast, they reach out to all these programs with Damon Drake and everybody. Yo, they might want to watch this right here first. Check this out, yo.
On Mr. Gathwaite's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes. With my experience, not only just in classification, but as a former ward and even as a jail administrator, he's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will.
Let's talk real quick. Let me talk real quick, because I don't understand. I don't think that young man understands what's going on right now. It's like going back into the 1700s and you on that slave podium and they talk about, oh, yeah, he's strong. Look at his arms. He gonna be able to, bruh. Shorty don't even understand what's going on, bruh. Look at his face, man. He's so nonchalant. He don't even understand what they're saying, bro. Look.
We need that labor. We need that sweat equity, and we will put them out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration. We have that. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
And I mean, we talk about life without parole and death row, but for our jurors' education in Florida, what does a life sentence without parole mean?
A life sentence in the Florida Department of Corrections means from the minute they're brought in, they're assigned an inmate number. He will be assigned an inmate number, and when he dies and leaves in a body bag, he will still have that inmate number. An inmate serving life will never, ever get out. There is no parole in the state of Florida, and they're not ever allowed outside the razor wire and the fence of a secure facility.
It just hit him. Did you see his face? Watch his face. It just hit him.
It literally just hit him.
Look, it just hit him what that meant. Look, watch his face. Damn.
The wire and the fence of a secure facility.
Damn. Now, you guys could let your kids run around wild and to keep going to jail, picking them up, or you can reach out to North because they got a program for these youth that can help them. You know what I mean? And that's what the Minnesota Code Talk podcast is all about. Connecting with people. Because when people come watch our show, they know me and bro they know us from the neighborhood. So when they see what we're doing right now and they feel, hey man, listen, my son or my daughter, we could pass them to North. Hey, listen, we got the information right here. We could pass them to Damon Drake where they can help them out. We got the resources to be able to help y'all. We got to take advantage of all the resources before you be in court with your son and they talking about that. Now, I played that video. That's where I can show this comment right here again. When they're talking about flipping states red, these are the things they're asking for. Tougher sentencing, longer prison terms, reduced bail. Bro, more support for the police to lock people up. All these unsolved crimes and things like that. This is what the red state means. And a lot of black people are saying this is what we're going to need to see changes. How many of y'all nephews and neighbor kids are going to be locked up for the rest of their life before they be like, man, my son was just locked up for 16 years and he didn't do nothing. He was just in the car with the person. Yo, this is going to have to happen, y'all, because the crimes are so senseless. Life means nothing to a lot of people, bro. And I kid y'all not, y'all can say whatever y'all want about the Minnesota Code Talk podcast. Y'all can say, hey, they don't know what they're talking about. But when they talk about flipping Chicago red state, that whole state of Illinois, like my brother said, they're going to want to flip the whole thing like that, bro. I was a 15-year-old child that went to prison in 23-1. So go ahead. What you about to say?
I was going to say that's another reason they keep passing down racism from generation to generation, because they at home teaching their sons and daughters to capitalize off of our kids' failures. And that's actually scary, because it's like, when do we create a space where we can teach our children to uplift. You know, I was just watching this video, and this lady, she was doing a slumber party for her daughters. All these kids was under the age of 10. She had them doing the attitude walk off, but the stuff that the kids was saying while they was doing it, you could just see that aggression, bad behavior, bad attitude, and unprofessionalism was being fed to those
Who was
young
the
black
culprit?
ladies.
Who was the culprit of that?
A black woman, like it was kind of heartbreaking for me to watch her sit there and do that to them. I know a lot of people don't know no better. A lot of kids are having kids nowadays, and they watch baddies, and this is the stuff that's trending. So everybody want to be hopping on trends because everybody thinks social media is the only way to get paid. But we have to work together to build a safe net for our community, and everybody want to do the big eyes and little U's, but at the end of the day, that's why they call it village living. We will thrive better as a village than individuals.
Yeah, we gotta be able to trust the village, though. You got people touching on kids, the women, the teachers.
Oh
It's
no,
bad. But do you
that's
see
true
this?
too.
Do you see this comment that's on the screen though? Yo, my brother said they just passed the firing squad. Yo, the bill was just passed, bro. Like what is going on right now, bro? I feel so
And
bad
that's
because
down
because
south, man.
yeah,
We need to start coming from up here to bring our knowledge down there, because a lot of those country people, they really don't know where to go, what to do, or how to even start an organization. Ain't even no shelters like that. They don't have shelters. They don't have resources. They don't even have community rec centers where these kids can go to just be away from things like that.
yeah. Kendrick said the last thing they want is to give up power. He
Exactly.
just
That's why we got to take it back through knowledge.
So how do you feel about what Tucson said? He said we definitely have to be on code. Who control the music and the image we see? Man, this is crazy. I feel bad, bro, because the podcast is meant for this, and we haven't been going live because we got a lot of things going on. We got Mother's Day, we got Father's Day, we got out of school celebration. I'm up here trying to celebrate where all of this is going on, man. Maybe we want to just cancel everything, bro, and get back into the podcasting, bro, for real. I can't say I'm gonna do Father's Day first, though. We can't just give y'all Mother's Day and then just say we're
Yeah,
gonna cancel.
and what's so
We're gonna have to-
crazy is once you get in the system, it's so hard to get out.
yeah.
My heart goes out to my baby brother. He's sitting in jail right now for my personal opinion, no reason. So like when we was kids, we grew up having to hit licks or do whatever we had to do to, get by or whatever. The felonies that my little brother caught when he was a minor have just recently been used against him.
Yeah.
He moved away from St. Paul, started a business. His business was doing great. Got to arguing with this racist guy at the corner store about what the guy was saying to him or whatever. Either way, the guy lied and said that my little brother had a firearm on him. Mind you, it's cameras at the store, but the guy owned the store. So he's saying the cameras don't work, all this, all that. The police come to my little brother house. They search his whole entire house. They find 2 firearms, but my sister-in-law has her gun license, so she has permission to have those firearms. They used my little brother trial when they was trying to trial him as an adult. They dug that up, charged him, and they said, well, we're not going to make you do jail time. We're just going to put you on probation. Mind you, this dude run a business. He got 4 kids. They are always busy. I guess he forgot to call his probation officer last month. They just violated him and gave him 6 months in jail. And y'all, when I was on the Zoom listening to the judge like charge him, I started crying because he was telling my little brother, you should be lucky I'm not giving you the whole 60 months that's over your head and you're constantly being a problem. Like he forgot to make a phone call. Forgot to make a phone call. He's been out of contact for 30 days. And y'all talking about y'all should give him his whole 60 months. Yeah. So imagine how that's affecting his business. His wife out there, she don't know how to do shit. She been calling me. I've been trying to post flyers and shit in they little neighborhood group chats. You know what I'm saying? To keep up with his workers and like his job contracts and stuff like that. I've been reading his emails, but
you know
that's how
what?
they get you.
I got somebody for you. You need to contact. Shout out to Damon Drake. You need to call We Resolve. And one thing that I love about We Resolve, that's why it's always good to have these resources. You one of them, Star. You know what I mean? But we have Damon Drake too. He comes to court where he brings a whole community with him to court dates. They go talk to the judge and say, hey, you know what I mean? So you might want to reach out to Damon Drake. And anybody in here that's got family that's going through things like that, they have programs that will help, especially if they non-violent or they have no adult charges but only got juvenile charges. Yo, they got programs that will help y'all. And I mean, if you don't know about it, then you would just, but it's shout out to Damon Drake. We Resolve, man. Reach out to them because they will definitely help you and they will help your brother for real.
I'm gonna try to reach out to them, but I feel like they already charged him. He already in jail doing that little time. He ain't got to do the whole 6 months. But it was just crazy to me that they also posted his mugshot on like the local neighborhood page, basically telling people don't be booking his lawn services. He's a felon. You know what I'm saying? They basically just posted his charges and that he's currently in jail. So imagine how that's gonna affect his bookings. I really feel like my brother's a young, black, successful man. He been thriving out there, and that is killing them.
Well, the problem is like we're not together. You know what I mean? I just seen the whole Asian community come together and vote their people in the office as the new mayor. I seen it with my own eyes. I seen it.
That
Shout out to
Kaylani
White
lady.
Gang.
That Kaylani lady.
Yeah,
Nobody voted for Melvin Carter.
Hey, shout out to her. But I done see. Shout out to a Winona Yang. She was going from being a attorney to a judge. The Minnesota Cold Talk podcast got her 78,000 votes. She lost. I think the other guy had like 100. But yo, when they come together for their people, man, and I'm just being honest. They got our mayor up out of there so quick, bro. He got swept. It wasn't even no close fight, yo. Swept under the rug quick because they coming out and they're voting, they're making the change, bro. Until we can do the same thing, we're gonna continuously have this conversation. People gonna continuously reach out to the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast, like, hey man, listen, yeah, but we got to start doing it now. Y'all wait till it's over. We got to do it now. We got new vote. Y'all know it's vote year right now.
Yes,
right?
we do. So we can do what he said. If we can get all our people in chairs and we in control of the U.S. Treasury and this, now we can get some reparations on the ballot.
But you heard what No Self said. He said we too busy raising rappers and dancers. Oh, this political. Yo, listen, can I get a close up one time? No, not of you, of me. Let me get. You feel me? I got the little blemish thing on here for you can't even see the moles. But listen, bro, somebody told me, yo, why are we out here dancing and doing TikTok videos when our people are being slaughtered? He's like, yo, it make black people look crazy. We out here dancing on TikTok. We know the whole little all this.
Out here entertaining the oppressors.
And we met. Do you listen? We got to end the show, right? But before we go, I just want to ask a question. Do y'all see, and be honest with me, do y'all see black people coming up out of this, bro? Anytime soon?
Nah.
I feel like, yes, we got to have hope. We got to have hope because it's a lot of me's out here. It's a lot of yous, and it's a lot of old souls. You know what I'm saying? We out here. We just haven't gained a big enough community, but like you said, we got to start with the youth. We got to start pouring life into them. Because another thing that's going on in the black community, a lot of people are neglecting they God-given responsibilities, such as being a mother, a father, a grandmother, you know what I'm saying? Being the proper role models. So a lot of people don't want to, a lot of the youth that I work with, when you ask them about their family, they like, man, please. Like, spare me the conversation. We don't even need to go there. We need better leaders. If we can get better leaders, we can get better children. If we can get better children, we can get better communities.
They taking the money. The leaders taking the money. Hey man, listen, man, we're gonna get to 20.
So
they taking the money.
It's over, man.
I don't see no. The only way I see things changing, it got to be something big to shake everybody up to the point where it's like, oh hell, you know what's so crazy? It basically like our life got to be on the line, bro.
Nah,
To the
bro.
point where
Even with the brink of extinction, right? It'll take being on the brink of extinction. This program that they got us set up in, right? It's a program. People, the system is within the program, right? The conditioning that's going on. They spend trillions of dollars every year. They throw it, and then they'll throw it right in your face and say TikTok, which means you're wasting your time. They'll throw it right in your face, right?
TikTok, facts.
Like a gram. It's a gram of dope, a dopamine drip, right? I get this gram of dopamine drip. That's all I need. The world don't really work. The world don't really matter. And then my attention span is 7 seconds. We got prom celebrations, but no wedding celebrations. We having tons of baby showers, but we ain't having no tons of house buying or house giving, right? Or land grabbing, right? And so we so backwards and we so worried about trending that we look good. We just look good losing.
we make losing look super good.
Man, all of these chains, all of this jewelry people spend money on, like
man,
with no lawyers.
And then the lack of life insurance
with no lawyer is crazy.
Mama, y'all, my own mama just told me the other day. She said you too fucking young to have life insurance. I would never sit there and pay $100 a month for something that I don't need. Mind you, I got shot before. So that's crazy to, you know what I'm saying, even say something like that out your mouth. I've been arguing with my mom so much lately about getting an insurance policy because that's another thing our community don't exercise. We don't exercise using the system. We got to learn how to use the system against them. That's how you pass down generational wealth.
Black people are scared to get life insurance because they got to think about dying. Motherfucker have a cold for 3 years. Talking about ain't nothing wrong with me. Itching.
Nah, if the education was there, like you think about it, like there's a life policy, there's a death policy, there's a life policy. There's a way you can make a lot of money, or you can get a loan from yourself. There's a way you can utilize that to put yourself forward, and at the same time, it's also a scam. And again, you can go your whole life spending thousands of dollars and ain't nothing happening. Once you get to a certain age, they're like, oh, we can't insure you no more because you're too old. All that money you got in, we'll cash you out, or it's null and void if it's a term policy. So it's a lot that goes into that, but we still, as a group, I think we lack the education in a lot of ways, and life insurance is one of those areas because we got a lot of young guys dying, and I know at least in Chicago, there's life insurance policies on on everybody because the chances of dying is crazy.
We had a lady. Shout out to the people. I don't even think you can go back and watch our old shows no more because they delete them now after 30 days. I don't know why. There's something going on with a StreamYard and Facebook. Right now we got over 716 live viewers. I don't know what it's gonna say then, but so I want to say thank you to the people who, I don't know where in the world you guys are watching it, but we had people from Canada, our last show. We had people from all around the world. So thank you to the people that's watching this live right now. We're gonna part 2 of this live is gonna be on Wednesday. I'm gonna have Angela. She's gonna be up here. North, no sir, I need y'all up here because I want to have this. I want to get more into this conversation. You said something that sparked my attention though, bro. You know, the people, the changing the people, the music, the food, everything about the Black community is changing. We have no substance in our music, and it's like the music basically shows what's going on in the world at that time. So
yeah, the music is the influence. We got no access to good food. There's no good grocery stores in the neighborhood, so we don't have access to health, right? There's no mean bookstores and educational, like the education, public schools, it belongs to the Department of Labor. So it's not about educating, it's about just creating laborers. So it's real bad for us. So I'm glad the podcast is out. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad the podcast is out, and as dire as it is and as hopeless as it is for a lot of us, right? We still have to live. Kids still need resources. We still got to show up for the folk that we care about. Either way, you know what I'm saying?
Control the message, control the mind.
Facts.
All right. You know why it kind of take me a while to go do podcast, bro? I be in my feelings about this shit for real, bro. Because because people can turn this off and live their life. No, I can't, bro. Because I got to get up. I got to go sit down and have a meeting with these people to talk about what our people need, bro. And it'd be hard for me to do that because I'm like, bro, y'all don't know what we need. We definitely need more education, bro. How in school they're not telling us about politics? Why are they not teaching us about credit and things like that when that's a big part of our life? How do they not have a subject to teach you?
Because you don't pay for it. You like it's free. Anything that this government gives you for free ain't good for you. Anything that they give you for free is not good for you.
Yeah, I think as a community, I think we need to start pushing that. We need to come together and say, yeah, we have to. It got to be on us because you're gonna stop teaching your kids after they get out of school at 3:30? You know what I mean? Wait, man, sit down and do that damn homework. I like to, you know what I mean? Get over mine and be like, yo. I remember when my daughter came to this when I knew I was done. My daughter brought some math work to me one time, and I thought it was an alien scratch. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck. She telling me, Dad. She gonna tell me, Dad, can you help me with this? Man, my eyes crossed, bro. I'm like, what the hell is this? I said, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. Man, I called her grandma out quick, like, hey, I need you to. She helped somebody with that because I didn't even know, bro. So I know I'm not the only parent to look at somebody's work and be like, hold on, what does this mean? But I think we really need to start going to these community events. I mean, these community talks. And I think they have like on the second week of every month or something like that, the third week, it'd be like on a Wednesday. We need to start going down there, bro, and start pushing the school district to be there. A lot of the politicians be there, like, yo, we need to start teaching our kids about credit. We need to start teaching our kids about politics. We need to start raising more politicians, bro. I mean, forget all these basketball players and these rappers, man. That's cool, whatever. But yo, we need these people in these offices, bro, for real, because yo, if we're not in the room while the laws are being changed and made, then we're left out. You know what I mean?
It's a little deep. You know, you get into those spaces of politics, and then they got rabbit holes that they go down. There's certain groups, there's certain fraternal organizations that you have to be a part of in order to get anything.
That's definitely a fact.
To happen when you garner that type of power. But STEM, like I can't say it enough, man. Technology. Engineering, that's the future for the little ones. I'll try and drive that to the heart as much as possible because it's gonna be AI controlling laws in the future.
Bro, listen, you got it, bro. I gotta bring you with me to one of these events. Shout out to Angela. She invited me out to the next event. Shout out to Sam too. Sam got a Black Man's conference coming up, and I want you to you met Sam. Yeah. I want you to come out there with me. But bro, you know how like you go to church and you've been messed up all week, and you go to that little church for an hour, you come up out of that joint, you feeling good, and then you be like, hold on, what were they talking about? Bro, it's like that in the meetings, bro. I kid you not. You be up in there, everybody, yeah, let's do it, we're gonna do that. And when it's time to leave after everybody ate, man, nothing happens after that, bro. Nothing happens after that, bro. I done sent emails out, hey, let's do this, let's start this. Well, you know what, we don't have funding for that right now. But I tell you what, let's check back. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, it make me mad, bro.
But if we had money to give them, if we came together as a community and dropped off a check, I promise you they'll take you there, answer those emails.
I think
they'll respond to them phone calls.
I think what we should do, and this is my opinion, and then we can get ready to end the show. But I think we really got to come together as a community and put our money up and put it into what we need. I've been pushing for a one-on-one tutoring for these young kids to learn how to read. I've been pushing, reaching out to everybody like, hey, invest in this. I already got the teachers. All we need is the space, some food for them kids when they're there for them little 2 hours. And you know, this is all I need, bro. The teachers, I already got the teachers. Let them do it. Bro, they don't listen to me, bro.
I got the space and the food if we talking about St. Paul, and I got space and food in Minneapolis too. That's why I love that I work with 2 different organizations on both sides of the bridge.
I think we need to talk.
Tap in, man. Let me know what you need. I don't know if you talked to Angela, but I already got her connected. We already trying to get her to be able to use the rec center for her backpack giveaway. We trying to invite some other organizations, but tap in. Let me know, and I will let them know.
Hey, guys, she a part of the team. You know, I had to scoop her up quick. Like, hold on, she got too much information, and she got too much drive, bro. and this what she's a blessing, bro, because she's a missing piece of the puzzle. So listen, y'all, thank y'all for joining the Minnesota Cold Talk podcast. If you guys need help with a lot of things right now, I didn't want to put this out there, but if anybody need help with their rent right now and facing eviction, please reach out to me. I got a number that you could call. I got teens out there that need help. Please reach out to Star. If you guys got young teen boys and y'all need them to be mentored in the right way, you can reach out to Guy, reach out to myself, or you can reach out to Tommy. He got a program called Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Hoops. He got one of the best programs out right now, you guys, and I kid you not. And I'm not just saying it because Tommy, my people. I'm saying it because I've seen the transformation. I was out there. I done seen everything. I want to share my screen right now. Let me just share this right here with Tommy. You guys, please make sure you guys go support Tommy and what he got going on right now. He got a 3-on-3 game thing going on right now. It's dope as hell, y'all. Please sign your kids up. If you guys want your kid to be around some positive male role models that's going to put them in the right path, y'all, this is the only way to go. If not, leave your kids in the house. Let the internet raise them. And then however they turn out, then y'all can just blame somebody else instead of blaming yourself, for real. Because that's
quick shout out. Quick shout out. Shout out to the 100 Black Men mentor group. Shout out to the fellas that's putting that together and doing extremely good work in the community. Shout out to the JK movement when it comes to mentoring, all of the work that y'all doing in the community. And shout out to the big brother and big sisters. Over North Minneapolis, that space and being a big or being a little, like being a big to a little, it goes a long way. So shout out to those groups that's doing a lot in the community and making things happen on the mentor side as well.
And shout out to TC and the Centering Fathers, man. And
yes, sir.
We do have a meeting this Wednesday too, for that too. So make sure y'all come out.
You come and glow. I put you on.
Man, you know I'm gonna be on there. Yo, listen, bro. And I ain't got no excuse. TC deserved that. Deserved me to be there, and I was wrong. I can't even explain to him what happened because it didn't matter. Because every time I call for him, he's there for me. So you know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna be there, man, for sure. I don't care how long I work or what happened. I will be there this Wednesday. And shout out to the Beck program. If anybody, if any females are aware of them, they spell like Earth without the E. And they got a big movement going on, and we need to really, really, really support them. We need to support the mothers. I did not know how many Black families go to the hospital about to give birth to kids, and they leave with the child and not the mother. We need, hold on, let me see if I can post them. Let me see if I can post them because I think this organization really need to, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't have the information. I thought I had a picture or something, but it called the Beck program. I don't have it. But I will have it for y'all tomorrow or Wednesday because we're going live for Mental Talk Wednesday. North, what you want to say to the people before we get up out of this joint?
I just want to tell everybody, stay blessed, stay prayed up, and don't forget about your community.
Facts. Now, hold on. Now, you've been modest. Let people know what you got going on. How can people contact you? They need help with things like that.
You guys, I work at YouthLink, which is a drop-in center for homeless teenagers. We provide hot meals, showers, clothing, support with phone bills, rent, getting your first place, getting back enrolled in school. And shout out to Hope from Cold Talk Podcast because her husband works with US Bank Stadium, and we're going to be creating a partnership so that we can get all the young people working at the US Bank Stadium here pretty soon.
Yeah, fact. That's dope. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be fire. Trust me, that's gonna be fire. I want y'all to take a look at this right here. Bam. Y'all, you guys gotta go follow them. I need families to go follow them. They have a dope movement, and I'm happy to support them, and I'm happy that they're there to support me. Every time the Centering Fathers have events, they are there to help serve the fathers and things like that. And it feels good to know that we have people that's really trying to come together and make a change in our community. I want to give another special shout out to Ramsey County Department of Health. They're definitely looking out for a lot of people who want to do things in the community and things like that. Blue Cross Blue Shield is out here trying to put money and things like that into the community to help people out. But I want to show you guys something too. For any of the mothers that need somewhere to go, y'all check this out right here. Please, y'all, make sure y'all go out there to support them. Cause they got some things going on, yo, for the mothers, man. For the mothers, breast cancer screenings and things like that, y'all. Please, detect it early, and you have a better chance of to be able to live a healthy, normal life. So, I'm with this program 100%, man. I got their back, and I know they're gonna hold me down. But other than that, let's get up out of here. Thank y'all for joining the Minnesota Code Talk podcast. North, don't leave after the intro. I want to holler at you. So y'all, please stay tuned, share this live, and get more information for y'all to come back and talk to us, because I still don't have all the information on this, but I definitely want to know more about this so I can spread it to the people. So we'll check y'all out tomorrow.